right, let's get started, huh? Dark, what's going on? Darian, hello. Yeah, I haven't looked at the entries yet. I need to. How's the mic volume, huh? We good? Is it good? I get this We good, we good. Ivan, yo. Hey Scott, how you doing, man? Okay, so I need to lower the music for myself. So we've got the Empire Challenge, right? That started on the 19th. It's basically me playing too much No Man's Sky. Is it still quiet? How about now? Everyone's like, that's fine, and then Sherman's like, nah, brah. How about now, demon voice? No? Still a little quiet for me? Dude, I'm like right on the edge of cap. Hang on. Because like any louder and I start peaking, which the audio will just cut. You have to double your volume? That's try refreshing. I mean, it's pretty high. I could we try that. See what happens there. It's on peak, literally. It's peaking. So, okay, so we got this challenge, right, that we've been doing. And I wanted to just kind of, so I'm trying to get a grasp of Blender sculpting tools. So I'm just going to kind of dink around and see if I can create this plant thing here. I don't know if I'll make this exact plant, but it's pretty interesting. It's like there's these plates and then there's this little inside thing here. We could get ultra gross with it too. My ears, God. God, no. Help me. Let's see here. I'll just make this bigger real quick. No, not bigger. That's so sad. I'm just gonna grab this and then we'll just go to pure ref and paste it in there. Oh, Rempency, what's up? Please like me. Oh, I like you. Oh my god. How's it going, man? I guess you're following the new Twitch channel then. How's it going? Let's do new. And then we'll do sculpting. There we go. All right. Got to get the Oh man, kids started school. Yeah. That'll take it out of you. All right. So we got this mesh, right? It's pretty high res. We're in you can see we're in sculpt mode up here, which gives you access to all these brushes here. If I hit tab, it'll go into edit mode. So it's still an object, which is probably one of the main reasons I'm super excited about sculpting in Blender. It's just being able to freely model and go back and forth between the two. Darian, when I am modeling, yes, I am technically in Blender. Martin, what's up, man? So I don't know how closely we'll follow this, but I'll use this kind of as like an inspiration to kind of mess with some shapes and just see where I want to take things. Actually, I wonder why you name change. So I know we created a new file here. I'm using 0.81, which has the remesh tool here. So if you're in sculpting, right, you can press F, and that'll allow you to change the size of your brush. If you hit tab, you can see that it is just kind of stretching the topology here that already exists. If you do Shift F, you can control the strength, whereas like 1 is the full strength of the brush, and then you can kind of soften it out if you need to. You could start making some real creepy things if you wanted to. Let's dabble here real quick. And remember, I'm an environment artist, so creatures and this type of stuff are not really my forte. Anyways, yeah, this could get gross fast. Whoa. Make your eyebrows. Just jelly, that's great, man. Anyway, so if you see, right, the wireframe is kind of stretching, right? So you can click this little dot here, or if you right click on it, you can add it to your quick favorites. So when you press Q, it's right there. So you can just Q click, and then it'll change the or remesh it, per se. And you can see it's following the topology, but it's a little on the low side. Believe the default. Wait a second here. The default is 0.1 meters. So if you imagine like every 0.1 meters, it creates a quad, and it's doing that in a 3-dimensional form. That's a remesh through voxels, right? So let's do like 0.02. So if we press Q now and remesh, you can see we're getting a much higher resolution outcome. Yeah, this is 2.81. Oh, nice, Blender. What's up? Hi, my name's Blender. Make sure to have the smooth normals checked. That'll really help with like, smoothing the normals. Because right now all these faces are faceted, right? They're hard edged. So if we press Q and remesh again, so this is the same resolution, but it's now it's remeshing. Just to give you an idea, when I was trying it out in my spare time yesterday, forewarning, this may not be safe, as Alex reacted to. Ugh. Anyway, so this was me just trying to see like how I can use the tools. And it's nice because like if I go, so I'm in object mode, right? If I switch to sculpt mode, then I can actually start sculpting on this. But by going to object mode, I could do things like maybe I want like a horn here. So I could go into sculpt in a second here with the object that I want to sculpt on selected. And if I scale this up, hold down Control, it's like an invert, right, of the painting. So let's smooth that out. I'm fully expecting, just a little heads up, I'm fully expecting the stream to chug a little bit. I might lose some frames, so bear with me. But you can see, like, okay, we're adding that hole. It's coming in over here too, right? Let's just expand on that a little bit. And then let's move this over here for now. So when you look at how I'm using the draw brush, which if you're curious about why the text is there, it's just a matter of scaling it, right? So I'm doing this mainly because I don't know what they are, but you could, hang on, I gotta change this music. We're going 90s. We'll see how this goes. Are you using Dinotopo? No. Right now I'm just using a remesh, mainly because Dinotopo I kind of want to reserve for like, you get those final details, those smaller details. That's when you start adding that geometry. This one's more for like, you can get pretty far with just remeshing over and over when you need to. But if you hit Shift Spacebar, you can get all your brushes here, and if you can remember these hotkeys, you can switch to them pretty easily. If not, or you need to read the text, it's right there. The other nice thing is if you hit Control Spacebar, you can hide all your UI. Just kind of work like this, right? And then you can even press T and get rid of the side panel here. So you can really, you can really get in there and just actually just look at what you're doing, right? Which is really nice. This is like such a big canvas to work with. So let's go ahead and let's look at a few more brushes. So if I hit Control Spacebar, one of the ones that I'm really liking actually right now is it the Crease? I think it's the Crease. Let me see here. Yeah, it is a Crease. So if I scale this up and you're using the Crease, right? If you hold down Control, you're making like sharp edges. So if we needed to, you can add the information you want. That's like well, here, let me just start going. If you need to, where is it at? Stroke. You can turn your smoothing on, which I'm pretty sure has a hotkey. If it doesn't, I mean, you can, what is it? Can you right click on that? I'm gonna assign a shortcut to it. Anywho, let's look at this guy and see. I don't know if I. You can really smooth out those curves if you need to, right? Just gonna bring this out. I just want to be able to look at them. So let's go with the draw, and I'll just kind of demo like why I'm really liking Blender with the sculpting, and the fact that you're in Blender at the same time. Art of the Weekend, what's up, man? So just Control Spacebar, and then let's so if we go into object mode. Now you can like if I turn the 3D cursor on, you can see the 3D cursor and just like shift right click, right? Add the 3D cursor in there, and then shift A, and then make like a icosphere, for example. And we could scale this. Oh. Just flipping those normals. Gotta make sure we keep that stable. So maybe we'll put it like, we'll overdo it. We'll overdo the size a little bit, and then we'll embed it. So you're like, all right, that's a good spot. Yeah, so this is 8.1. This is the branch with the sculpting tools integrated into it. Pretty amazing, by the way. So if I have this right, and I've got it in object mode, I can go to the modifier, and then let's this just keeps getting in the way. Hang on here. So let's go ahead and let's do a mirror. Where are you at, mirror? There you are. Oh, right. I did not perform this right. So the reason it's mirroring here is because I moved the pivot to the 3D cursor to here. So what we actually need to do is put the cursor to cursor world origin. So now it's at the origin of space. We're going to delete that, and then I'm just going to make the icosphere again. So if I make it again, I've actually, sorry, I'm going to hop around a little bit, but some default stuff, editing. So I've made it so when I make a new object, it automatically is going where the 3D cursor is. It's aligned to the 3D cursor. And then I'm making sure that it's entering edit mode the moment it's placed. So I'm not in object mode right after I place it. It's so I can like freely move this around. Right? So then when I go into object mode, the pivot's here, which you can see if I do, where is it? Why am I not seeing it? Oh man, this music. Am I just not seeing it here all of a sudden? Outlines, 3D cursor. I'm waiting for chat to be like, it's right there. Anywho, pivot is at the origin. So if I add a mirror, you can see it's over here. right? So origin's in here. Oh God. And so I've mirrored it, right? And I'm just gonna hit apply on that. And then if I actually go back into sculpting now, then I can remesh it, right? Just pressing Q and voxel remesh. And then I can start pulling on it. Like G for grab, of course, right? And then F to scale. Or F to switch to grab. Or scale to brush. Right, so then I can get this all set up. And then I can just keep remeshing it. If I need to, I can turn this up. 0.05 maybe. So like cool. I mean that's starting to, I think it's starting to work. Right? So let's say that's cool there. Then you can go back to your object mode, select the head, and then go into sculpt mode. Which I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember how you switch between these with the hotkey. But for now I'm just doing that. So I've got the head selected, and now I can start sculpting again to support what's happening here, right? So maybe I want to like make some spots that are a little bit fatter than the rest, and then just smooth that out and just kind of build on those shapes. And then the brush that I'm really liking, maybe it's Crease. Is it Crease? I need to turn that whoa. Yeah, so by inverting that and then non-inverting and just using a default, you can kind of make those nice little, those ridges that you're looking for the pillowing or the thickening. The thickening. So if if you're doing that, it's pretty cool if you actually if you hold down Control now. So where I've got these like, I don't know what you want to call it. Control tab, is that? Oh, nice. Thank you. Okay, so where I've got these like big kind of anchor points, if you hold down Control while you're on Crease, you can pull from that and kind of make these nice like tension lines, which is kind of cool. Oh. And then I wonder if you could use like, man, I haven't heard this music in ages. So now I'm using the flatten brush to kind of like tone it all back a little bit. But dude, it's real nice. It's real nice. Glitchy, what's up? How you doing? Quick question. I know you may have already answered this, but what is the curvature matcap that you have been using in Blender? I think it's really cool. Okay, so I've got this. I've got these shapes. Look at that mouth, delicious. So I've got these shapes, right? This is just turning on the cavity, and it looks cool visually, but just remember that like it really masks what you're seeing. And then you also have the outline. You see the edge there. Like you want to make sure that this is off when you're sculpting, because you really want to see like what the sculpt is actually doing. While this is on, you're actually losing a lot of information that would actually tell you how subtle your sculpting is, because this will overemphasize your, right? Like these are edge highlights, and then these are the valleys. Default, you'd use world would be like the actual environment, whereas screen is just like a screen space pass. And this one gets really extreme. You can see how tight those edges are. I probably do world, and then valleys. So it's kind of simulating AO. But this is, I think it's good when you're trying to show your mesh. Like if I wanted to show this off, right? Maybe I would visualize it with this on. And then your matte cap, I'm just using this guy, which you could switch between like a bunch of different ones. Personally, I'm liking this one. This one's pretty good as well. You can see how this kind of hooks in. This would be, it's a little weird right here. So I'd probably just move this. You want to make sure it's connecting to the horn or whatever this is. And remember too that, I mean, you could do it with the horn as well. Like if I went back to object, right, and then select this and then went to where's it at, sculpt. You could move the horn as well if you wanted to. And yeah, these kind of tension lines too kind of looks interesting if you're bringing it through to the horn as well. So if let's turn up the resolution even just a little bit more, and then we can go in and start adding those creases to the horn also. And you can think about it in the same fashion of like where these points are. It'd be high there, and then low in some of the other areas. And you want to start kind of large in these details that you're adding, right? Because like once you start, what is the crease? Where's it at? Crease, Shift C. So that you want to make sure that you do those larger ones before you really start like narrowing down the smaller details. Man, this music. Yeah, cause see the subtle like lines that it adds, like that information, and how it bridges the connection. You want to make sure that this is all kind of aligned, because you want to have that kind of connection between the two. Yeah, snake hook works well for the horns with Dinotopo. Usually I'm not. Dude, Teach, it's dope, man. I'm pretty impressed with it. So let's start. I mean, look at this guy. He's serious. Let's tone this freaking valley stuff down. I kind of like using both, which is kind of cool. And then you just lower this one way down, and then you can just turn this one, just get those nice sharp highlights. But again, I highly suggest that you look into your asset while you're sculpting with that off most of the time. Oh, dude, Zbrush has got a ton of stuff in it. I think Zbrush is more akin to what you would need for full-on character production, right? I mean, guns as well. Weapons is also an option. Teach the stroke or fall-off. So there's some custom fall-off information here, and you can actually control these curves, which is pretty cool. So if I wanted to oh, whoops, hang on here. So if I'm sculpting like this, right? Let's kill this. So if I'm sculpting like that, and then I want to change that stroke or the fall off, like you can add points. Right? Dude, what's sick? I love this. Like when you move it past its point, it's like, what? And I guess, yeah, okay. It's crazy. I think more will. Happy gamer, but it's gonna be a while. With it, real far, yes, it will. So let's save this. We'll Control N, and then we'll go to sculpting, and then let's go to object mode. So we got this object, right? Actually, let's get rid of this. And then we will make ghost sphere. That should be good. And then you're talking like this, right? As long as they're in the same container. Go to sculpt mode. So we're sculpting on this. These are separate meshes, right? But they're in the same container. If you go remesh, it'll merge them together. And we can turn this stuff off so you can see what's going on. Let's undo that. 0.05. And then let's make sure that it's smoothing as well. And then I've got it hotkeyed to the quick favorite. It does merge them. It's very nice. And then if you don't want it to happen, right? If you like, say you wanted this one. Whoa, dude, I haven't heard this in ages. I gotta change it. It's a little too. All right, we're going to this playlist, which I don't know what's gonna happen in here. So let's press L on this guy, and let's P for separate, and then we'll separate the selection. So now we've got two objects, right? So if I go into object mode, we got two here. So if I select this one, and I think the reason they'll stay separated is because I only have this one's active now, right? This guy isn't active. I guess maybe I could, let's see if I select both of them. No, see, it's only allowing me to operate on the last selected object. So then if I do the remesh, it's gonna happen separately. Yeah, so those will stay separate. All right, what is the questions here? Do you know any good beginner tutorials for what? For ZBrush? I mean, Pixelogic's YouTube channel is super vast. And you can always, I'm decently versed in Pixelogic. There's also Michael's channel. You can feel free to drop those links to those channels in chat as well. So let's new general. So what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of look at this and see if I can replicate some of these shapes. I mean, I don't even know why I'm going this far, because you could technically do this all in the, yeah, I'm just gonna switch to it. Whoa, where's all the stuff? You see that? None of the menu stuff's up here. There we go. I guess if you don't start default in sculpting, you don't have that menu up. So I'm thinking I'll just like create one of these shapes here. That is interesting that this one down here hooks as well. So we'll do that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't know what I'm going to do about these guys. Maybe I'll just model them. Because these are alpha. All right. Yeah, if you guys have more questions, just keep throwing them in chat. I'll just be here dinking around. And I've got the 3 mouse button settings on. So like I'm using the camera movements of Moto essentially. So let's look what's going on in here. So let's do 0.5. Or no, that's higher than before. Let's do 0.07. Yeah, this should give me enough to work with. So you don't want to go too high poly too soon, right? And then we're just gonna grab Man, it's gonna take me a while to get used to this still, but it's all good. So I'm just gonna sculpt on it and we'll just see what happens with the shapes. Later, Jason. Have a good night, man. Followage. Oh, man. Dude, that 3-year follow, though. How's it going, dude? Been a while, huh? So you can see there's like, obviously there's a little low poly here, but there's a bit of a curve thing going on here. Let's just grab this. Kind of. I wonder how this is going to root into the ground. Let's, okay. So we'll go into object mode, and I'm just going to dupe this around. Gonna stretch that. Now I could put this along a spline, but I'm just gonna sculpt it because I want the I want that sculpting practice. You know what I'm saying? Let's get that soft select going on. It's much less on this. And now that we have the connection between these two, I think I'm actually going to root this somehow. Glitchy, I can't click on that link, man. I don't know what's going on. Whoop. Okay, so if I grab this one. Oh yeah, I have to remember too to actually I should, so this inside piece here, probably going to, let's go into object mode. Oh, this is interesting. It's like this is Blender. So I'm kind of building a workflow as well, because I haven't really approached this stuff before. So let's go to move. I'll just do this. And then this is a curve that we've placed here. Oh, I don't need to offset. We need to extrude. We don't need, there we go. How do you, there was a way to, oh, there we go, E. All right, so let's go. Let's do this here. So if we're in side view, I have no idea where this thing is going, so we're just gonna assume it goes here. Isn't there a, I think there's like a taper option. Is there a way to, I forget how, there's a, oh, you enjoy my stream? Thank you, man. Yeah, it's definitely No Man's thing. There's a challenge that's going on right now, which I don't think we have a command for, but yeah, we've got a challenge going on right now where basically, because I played too much No Man's Sky, we need to have an excuse to try and make it useful to you guys. Okay, so you can see all the points are a little on the offset side, so we're just going to take these, and then we're going to scale them on this axis, and then type 0 and hit enter, so we can just make sure that that's flat like that. We need to also geometry, make taper. No, we don't need that. Bevel, resolution. Yeah, we could turn that up a little bit. Fill caps. Anyways, let's hit tab, right click, convert to mesh, and then let's just cap these. All right, I haven't tried this yet, so let's see what happens if I go control tab, sculpt. X. All right, symmetry is working. Glorious. And then we press Q. Let's remesh this. Oh yeah, this is good. Okay, so we'll just taper it like this. That's enough for me. Get that remesh up a little bit. So the voxel size is actually dependent per object, it looks like. Ho ho, that's not what we want. There we go. So down here, we definitely need to scale this up. So we're going to use an inflate. Gonna make this nice and fat down here. Okay. Go back to object mode, sculpt. We're just switching objects. So for that part, I was using a mouse, but now we're back to the. It's crazy. You'll see me. So I'll be using a pen like this, right? And then I'll switch to a mouse, which is just me holding a mouse like this, where I've got the pen here, but then I'll just switch back and forth. Alt S while editing curve tapers. Oh, thank you, Minty. Let's look at that really fast. So if I make a curve and bring it out here, and then we add some depth to it, and you grab this and you move this over here. Let's press E, add a few more just so we can demo this. Move this around like so. Alt S. There you go. Dude, that's so sick. So it's just data that's stored on the point. And then if you select like these two, for example, and then right click and press S, you can add a point in the middle here. Looks like it just averages the point differences. All right, so let's get back to this. All right. So what I'm doing here is I'm actually going to ground the way this is connected, just so it's got a bit of a base, you know. This is where I'm going to kind of take my own design liberties to. Oh man, yeah, once you get used to this control too, it's really nice. So we've got some like initial blockouts here. We can kind of start doing some stuff. Let's shift F. You don't want it to be too strong. Some remix going on here. I do have Zbrush. Is No Man's Sky worth getting now? I mean, I enjoyed it in all of its forms. Its current form is his best one yet, for sure. It's pretty awesome, though. Well, that's kind of interesting. Have a little cap like that. And then we can switch to this one. And then G for grab, which is like the move. We need to have a more pronounced edge, though. Do you think environment artists should use Zbrush? That's a weird question. I'm just kidding. I mean, why not? You know? It depends what you're doing, though. It depends. Need to go into sculpt mode and make sure that this smoothing is on. There we go. But I mean, yeah. It depends. How much time do you have, right? Or how are your deadlines, for example? If your deadlines are freaking real, I mean, I don't know if we should be burning the time sculpting things when you can buy the asset or send it to your props team, make it for you. They'll do a great job. Dude, Phoenix Point looks sick. Have you looked at Phoenix Point? So their edges are much more pronounced, obviously, because they're a little bit on the lower poly side. I wonder how. So see, right now I'm using the mouse. I also, man, I need to get rid of this material. I hate this material. You imagine everyone in chat was like, I wasn't gonna say anything, but that was pretty gross. I'm actually gonna make this quite a bit wider. Oh, dude, Glitchy, don't worry about it, man. Definitely ask all the questions you want. That's the main reason I'm streaming is I need to answer. I want to answer your guys' questions. That's the important part. That's why I'm streaming. Ravlin, what's up? Yeah, don't be shy to. Sometimes a question will make me giggle because it's like, oh man, I remember when I used to wonder that too. You know, that's how you learn though. You ask questions. So okay. You'll notice I'm just kind of noodling because it's like I want to find the shape that works for me. Wallakua, what's up, man? Can you explain what this means? Plan out some of your meshes, making the high polys, low polys, and baking. Been stalking the shadows for a while. What's up, man? Tix, hello. A boss man. What's going on, dude? So, I mean, this would be a high poly, and then you'd build your low poly, right? Low poly is much lower. It's why this one looks so, like, hard-edged. And you bake all the information from this high poly onto the low poly so that it looks like the high poly. Darren, what's up? Poly relationship. Okay, so let's grab, because I think this actually needs to be quite a bit bigger still. See, and I feel actually pretty comfortable with this being a mouse interaction. Because then I can go to object mode. Scale this down. And those are separate. All right, cool. So I'm thinking before I go further on like duping all of these, I should probably just get this one looking cool. And then I think I actually need to inflate this too. What's inflate? Inflate. Gotta fatten that up. All right. I'm gonna pull this down so it connects inside of there. Okay, let's start adding those creases. How do I like working in Blender so far? Dude, it's awesome. It's giving me that same feeling I got when I started using Modo, which is like quite freeing. It does have some weird things that you have to get used to, but I mean, you just get used to it. It's the thing with any 3D tool, right? Shift C for crease. So this back piece here, this is where I think this is where all my detail is gonna go. Just gonna think about how I shape it. Adam, what's up? I'm enjoying it, man. I just realized I said hi to you, but after I answered your question. So you can see now this piece is quite large to this one. I think I need to actually go back to this, and then we'll sculpt. We'll grab F to scale. Okay, time to turn this up a little bit. I could array this. I could array it along a spline too. I could have left this shape and then done it, and then also scaled it. We'd experiment with it, because this is totally uncharted territory for me. So if I take this one, let's create an empty cube. There's an empty cube there. Oh, actually, it needs to be there. And then we'll select this guy. We'll go to the modifiers. We'll go to array. And then we will pick the empty. And then we can take the empty and move it, right? That should work. Use offset. Oh, I do have scale information in here. There we go. And then if we go back to this object, we should be able to increase the count. This is gonna get weird. Oh dang it. Hang on here. This object I need to... I could make it follow a curve, yeah. Okay, so let's try that. Let's just do this. And we'll grab both of these and we'll scale on that. Okay, side view. It's funny because there's all these fancy ways you could do it, or you could just manually do it and be done with it, right? So you always have to remember that, because like you're like, oh man, you could array it, but I'm gonna spend my time trying to make sure I'm arraying this correctly. I don't even know if this is that the right curve? No. Or am I arraying the object to the curve? See, I don't even remember. Array. No. What is... If you want a backup mesh, yeah. Yeah, see, like... For me, I guess it doesn't really matter all that much. So what, you would take this, right? And you would array, and then you would array it to the curve, right? Oh, I see. Where's the, is that one? We should probably hang on here. So it moves up. I'm telling you, man. This is, all right, this is what we're doing. Because I'm not in the mood. The other thing I need to do too is I'm gonna need to deform these anyways. This is probably triggering you guys. I think I'm actually going to do this, and then I'm going to go here. Oh man, I wonder, where is that? rotate. Ha. Oh, dude. Use a grab or apply a simple deform. Yeah, it's like never forget that there's always insanely complicated, smart ways to do it, and then there's brute force also, which, I mean, that can be the way to go. It could also not be. I'm more interested in getting these into place and then just sculpting. I love this song. Yeah, we're gonna run into a thinness problem here. So the other thing is this doesn't technically make sense. It keeps getting wide at the end. Bedlam, what's up? Later, Docky. Do that eat thing. Yeah, so I'm digging this. This is a fun tool. Are you trying out the Sculpt feature branch or just the old regular? Yeah, this is the 2.81 branch. It's whatever's in, I guess you would call it master, correct? Oh, this is, yeah, this is cool. I'm having fun, which is what's important. We probably need to add a, probably need to save. How you guys doing? Yeah, it's basically the alpha of 8.1. What? This comes out in November is the current plan? This is where it gets weird, because it actually starts to bend the other way. The Din. Bedlam. Dude, I need to watch that. It was on earlier today, right? Let's see if the whatchamacallit, the rotate can help me. Let's turn it up a little bit. Oh yeah. So what I should probably do is just sculpt it to make this work. Oh, I'm starting to remember the hotkeys, guys. Hotkey victory. That needs to be, I think that might need to be an emote for us. Hotkey victory. Ooh, that's a good song. Trying to think what that under edge thing could be. Grab. I think that's probably the biggest downside right now is this whole like having to switch between the tools. You want to challenge yourself so you went to 2.49? How was that? Ugh. What is this? The It's like a ballerina shoe. It's the weird feeling I'm getting. Just gonna do that, and then we'll just blah. There you go. Nice. You go into edit mode on all of them. Do you know that you can turn off lock object modes? And then just, what is that? Lock object modes. How do you turn that off? Yeah, because it looks, right now I'm stuck on that. Go to object mode. Click the edit button. Menu. What? Oh. Oh, I see. Top bar. This? Higher. Now he's gonna say lower. I'm waiting for it. Edit. Lock object. Oh! Wait, what? Okay. So I'm sculpting. So I'm on this one. Then you alt click on another piece. I mean, there's this, right? And then if I'm editing and I alt click, it probably doesn't work because I have it's 918. Where's it at? Input 3 mouse emulator. You just try that. Is that what we're looking at? Hang on here. This thing? So if I'm that's really weird, man. So does that actually, can I not do that with, I can't. So if I do emulate 3 mouse buttons, I can't do that. Going into stasis? All right, later, Vader. It's weird as fudge. Dude, it's, yeah. That's one way to put it. I mean, I guess I can... I guess I can switch over there, just like in ZBrush. So if I take this one, I actually need to go into object mode for this one. Whoa, snapping. gonna have to solve all these shapes. It's fine. This is super fun. I think I'll actually leave this one as the last one. Hey, thanks for the follow. How's everyone doing in here, huh? Guys chilling all right? Blender's looking good, dude. It's kind of crazy, right? Kind of crazy. So this guy, this dude, this one right here, this guy has been, he's been messing with us. It's all soft details and jazz. Gotta fix that. So we emphasize that edge, right? And then let's go up here and let's, just waiting for the moment where Twitch just nails me because something looks a little on the phallic side. This part right here is bugging me. It was definitely looked phallic earlier. I mean, I didn't want to say anything. Gotta figure out how to terminate this better. Maybe something like that. So I make sure it kind of goes under there, you know? In juice form, Gregor, what's up? How you doing? How are things? So see, we're still like kind of blocking out the overall the length of things. Like, can you see how this one needed to be longer in order to match this? Dude, it looks like a shark eating another thing, whatever that is. But like this guy here, this one actually needs to be longer. And then I need to solve like this, yeah. You quite like the fat base? I mean, I think it's almost required, because if you know, if you want it to look like it can scale like this, it just needs to get super fatty. I think the bottom here though actually needs to come forward like this. And then I probably need a ground piece to just like rationalize how it's connected to stuff. So let's go into object mode and let's something like that. Oh, right. Gotta get that auto smooth going. Oh yeah, dude, it's yes. You're like, why would they do that? This is super weird for people on YouTube. They don't know what I'm dancing to. Feels good though, I'll tell you what. Terrain can get symmetrical, right? Yeah. See, now this needs to get wider too. You see that? Coffee's kicking in. I mean, I've been drinking water. We got 30 minutes, guys. Oh, God. Oh, that'd be pretty nice. Nathan, dude, what's up, man? It has been a while. How's it going? Some exciting things are coming down. Exciting things. How you doing, man? Whoa, that's a little on the extra side. All right, so remember we gotta fatten this part up. How am I gonna make that work? Do you using PureRef? Am I using PureRef for reference? Yes, this thing here, yeah, it's PureRef, just floating there with an invisible background. Okay, let's crease. I don't know where this is going. I'm just throwing shapes at it right now, trying to figure out. Use some texture brushes. No way, man. So, honestly, I like to steer away from texture brushes, especially in this kind of phase, just because like it's just gonna muddy up like the shapes you're trying to form, you know? You know what I'm saying? What is remove doubles in 2.8? Alt M, yes, merge by distance. You got a bit teary? Oh man, Vaughn. It's gonna be alright, dude. We got you. Look pretty cool. We'll have to see how it goes. I'm one of those viewers, man. I just I'm not critical like at all when it comes to being entertained. Just trying to figure out what the hell this. Like, I'm one of the guys that liked. I'm one of the viewers that liked all of the new ones recently. Oof. Rogue One, dude, that red sand though, I was like, man, that's sick. I don't care what people say, that's sick. So you can see I'm going pretty soft right now, just trying to get all those shapes in. Oh yeah. Let's do this. How about that, huh? Let's name some stuff. I don't know what we name these guys, but plate 1. Plate 2. Oh. F2. Oh yeah, that's right. Thank you. So where these meet, I mean, maybe, let's see what the res looks like here. Where these meet, I think you could get away with some deets, some details. Stuff like this. Probably need this one right here to be bigger. And these ones to be narrower. Almost kind of want to get into that type of territory. And then you want to make sure that this kind of looks like it's got an edge where it's meeting the next plate, right? Did you apply scale? Remesher cares about it if you want the same res everywhere. Oh, hang on. You mean this stuff? Let's look. No, this one's scaled. All right, we good. Thank you. Which part would be called a calyx? Is it this inside area here? Dude, this whole time we've been working on this, we haven't really, we've had the cavity on. Ah, see? Gotta be careful, man. See, it's really important in this area that it really makes sense. Man, this area right here could get so gross. Let's go for it. That's the type of details. I love this type of stuff. This is like Zerg type details. So then you go inflate. We just puff these up a little bit. Huh. Gross. You guys got real quiet. You guys doing all right? Are you all grossed out now? Is it getting a little too much? Fuck. What's up, man? What if you could... So you can see there's the lines in this. Gotta remember to add those. I just downloaded and I'm sculpting in 2.81 on my other screen. Got inspired. Dude, yes, that's awesome. That is great. We got 15 minutes, and then I gotta get out of here, but don't forget to join the, I think there's a command for that now. Yeah. Don't forget to follow that Twitter if you've got Twitter. Plate 1. Plate 1, plate 1. What am I doing here? Shift C for crease. Shift F for strength. There's 53 of you chilling in here. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Oh, dude, that's cool. That's super cool. Just so you guys know, when I'm streaming, so you can see this window here. This is kind of like what it looks like for me. So I see your chat here. When you upload through Imgur, I can actually preview it, which is super cool. Really useful. Is that OBS? It's not Slobs. It's not Streamlabs. It's Stream Elements. I like Stream Elements because you can actually tear the windows out. Like I can move them around. Man, this thing's ultra gross. This thing's ultra gross. Keyboard Oreos, what's up, man? Dude, nice. Yeah, keyboard. That's looking really good. At least in the small little window that I'm looking at. Whoa, this song. Dang, this song's sick. Wait, did I lose res? What's going on here? I didn't. Okay. Oh, thank you for the follow. Hope you're doing all right. Let's see rocks next. So rocks in here are quite difficult. Just because you don't have the control that that we're all looking for. Oh man, thank you, Mikey. Thanks, man. Scared? No. It's just they don't have a good trim dynamic brush, and I really need that. Just do it. Bozzer, what's up, man? What you're saying it's going to be, or that it better be, or else? Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, because a scrape brush is kind of like where I would go with that right now. Like, you could do some stylized stuff pretty easily. So you gotta change the fall off too to something like really sharp or harsh. And even then, it's not really. It's weird, man. You can kind of do it. But it's more stylized, right? Under options, you mean over here? Threaded sculpt under options for the brush. I think it's down here, right? Yeah, higher up. Oh, this one. Original normal? Yeah, see it? It stops you. 2D fall off? No. Like if I wanted to start here and then drop off to the side, but keep on that plane and just kind of scrape away. Right now it's kind of missing that. I mean, you could grab faces and kind of pull on them like that. That's kind of an interesting effect. Like that. Do you see what I mean though? Like it limits you. You can't just like chip away. I'm like, what the heck, man? Hey, Mikey, thanks for the follow as well, dude. Super cool. Like, what is happening to this thing? It's the normal, radius, and curve presets. Yeah. Ooh. That's exciting, man. There's so many good features coming into that thing. Anyways, this is kind of where we got to, guys. I'm about to get out of here. But thanks for hanging out, everyone. We're probably gonna raid someone. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't see any artists though. Let me see. Maybe I'm not looking in the right area. Browse. Categories. Art. 3D. "3D Hodgepodge", Sculpting, Art, 3D Zbrush, Angry Monday. That's the Angry Monday. Just keep scrolling down, see who else is chilling in here. Oh, we're going to that guy. We're going to that guy. He's going to have fun. All right, you guys have a productive week. I will see you on Wednesday. We'll be probably continue on this. We'll finish this up, and then maybe I'll go through the whole making low polys and unwrapping and stuff like that. Haven't really done that in Blender yet, so could be interesting. And yeah, cool. Okay, let's host this guy, huh? Please follow if you have not. There's a Twitter account. There's a Discord if you guys want to hang out with other artists and get better. There's we have a podcast as well. We have a YouTube channel. You'll see it all on the DiNustyEmpire.com. Anyways, all right. I'll see you guys later, huh? All right, peace. Raid incoming.